Greetings, travelers, and good morning. My name is Pine, and welcome back to another New World video. On today's video, I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks on how to level more efficiently in New World. Now, I understand that hitting max level is not everyone's goal, but I do understand that people want to level faster. I also understand that people don't have unlimited time in the day to play, and want to use their time more effectively. Hopefully, this video will give you a better understanding on how to spend your time in Aeternum if you're looking to achieve max level. First thing we have to talk about is the quest. The main storyline quest will give you a ton of experience points throughout its progression, but it's not the only thing that you can do to supplement your leveling. Every settlement will have side missions. These NPCs will have a gold diamond above their head. Some of these missions will start off as early as level 5, but it's very important that you start them and complete them as they are generally chain quests. These quests will continue to evolve into a further and further quest chain that'll level up alongside you. Here is where people tend to go wrong. They only do the side quest in one settlement, usually the settlement and where they spawn. I definitely recommend looking at your map and going to multiple settlements and beginning to do the side stories there. Progress them until they're level appropriate. That way you have a more abundant source of experience points. The next thing we need to look at is the Townboard project missions. Every settlement will have a town board in which a player can complete various projects, from hunting, gathering, refining, crafting, questing, and so much more. The town board can be found here and will show you a bunch of different variety of objectives that you can do for experience, gold, and town project points, which will inevitably upgrade the settlement. These quests will also revolve on a timer. A 30-minute timer shown in the top right, which means that if you were to grab a quest, decide that you no longer wanted to do it, and abandoned it, you'd have to wait the timer for a new quest to appear. Now, most people, again, will focus primarily on one settlement and do the town board missions there. However, I strongly recommend going to other settlements, grabbing multiple town board mission projects, and trying to complete them all as soon as possible. Doing town board missions will not only increase your life skills, but it'll also increase your player experience and your standing within the territory. It's a win-win. To expedite this process, you can also head to the trade post. The trade post can be used to buy and sell materials. For example, we can go ahead and type in green wood, which is a common material you'll need throughout Aeternum. Here it is only 18 cents, so instead of chopping down some trees, I can go ahead and spend some of my money and save myself the time and effort and just go turn it in. You can utilize the trading post a lot to really expedite your leveling process, paying for some materials and turning them into the town board. I also recommend, if your map looks like mine and your faction controls the majority of it, spending some of your Azoth to fast travel to locations for a cheaper reduced cost. Then using those cheaper Azoth costs to get as many town board missions as possible, come back to a central hub like Windsward, complete them all, and then go turn them all in. Generally, every time I had around 1,500 gold and around 700 Azoth, I would go do a few town board missions and then get back to questing. The next things we have to look at are crafting, gathering, and refining, which can all be used to give you player experience. Some of the professions will actually award you with a ton of player experience each time you hit some milestones. I definitely recommend looking into leveling your skinning and your cooking for a quick boost to player experience. The next thing that we need to talk about is if you're ever venturing out to go do an expedition with the group, make sure you grab the bonus quest that is tied to the expedition. These bonus missions are outside almost every single expedition. Some of you guys may be familiar with Bargamedes the dog outside of Amrin Expedition. There will be multiple versions of these quests for the expedition, so make sure you try to find them and utilize your time more effectively in these dungeons. These quests will also be repeatable, which means that if you continue to do the dungeon, you can continue to do the bonus quest. The next two things that we need to talk about are open world dungeon farming and corruption portal farming. Throughout Aeternum, you'll find some open world dungeons. These icons will have a red flame behind them. They will have a recommended level and a recommended player count. They will be populated by monsters with a gold border, which will tend to be stronger and drop better loot. I would recommend periodically banding up with some other adventurers of Aeternum and going to these spots and taking down the monsters for a small period of time. Not only will this give you a good amount of player experience, but it'll also give you a ton of weapon mastery and can be used to catch up some of your weaker weapons and help you with the leveling process. The last thing we need to talk about are the corrupted portals, which can be seen around the map. These will also have a recommended level and party size. However, you'll see in the global chats that many people are forming groups for portal runs. You'll band together with other adventurers of Aeternum and go to each of these key locations, clear the corruptions out, and be awarded player experience, some gear, weapon mastery, and more. I strongly recommend, if you're looking for a little bit of a shake-up to the grind, finding a group for a portal run and going to clear it for a bit. This is also a great way to get back some Azoth if you're running low. Now, with all that being said, let's do a quick wrap up of today's video. I just hit 60 on New World and it took me a little over 4 days playtime to do so. Some of the leveling advice I have for you guys is to continue the main storyline quest as much as possible. Do your side story missions in settlements and in other settlements to progress them to a level more appropriate for you. Utilize the Townboard missions and the trade post to expedite that process, alongside helping out other settlements with their missions. Making sure you grab the bonus repeatable quest for the expedition every time you enter it. And finally, breaking up the grind a little bit by doing some elite monster killing or some corrupted portal clearing. Combine all of these together with some PvP and some faction missions, and you got yourself a successful formula from 1 through 60. As always, I save it for the end, but it would mean the world to me if you guys subscribe to the channel. We've seen a large influx of viewers, but many of you guys are not subscribed, and if you made it this far into the video, you might as well press that button now. Don't forget to do some of the other normal YouTube stuff like the video, leave a comment down below, and of course hit the notification bell for future New World content. If you guys want to ask me more personalized questions or get to know me better as a broadcaster, I also live stream the New World grind every single day. It would mean the world to me again if you guys could stop by, say hello, and hang out with an amazing community, full of positive vibes and a calm, chill place to hang out. With all that being said, I hope your leveling experience goes smooth, and as always, safe travels through Aeternum.